Hello everyone, I'm Jono from Sunland Caravans. I'm here today to show you how a Honda generator works with our range of caravans. I'm here with Vicky today, and unfortunately we haven't got any power. So what we're going to do is we're going to start the Honda generator, but the important thing is first is always plug the power into your caravan and proceed with starting the generator before we actually connect it to the power operation. Now it's very easy to use. The Honda generator on the top here is a little breather where we also fill the fuel, which we simply open. We've got a control knob here, which is simply on or off. And like most Hondas, they normally start first go, which is good. From here, I can connect my caravan, or in this case, good old Vicky, and I can run the air conditioning while it's really hot at night, 38 degrees, and it won't worry me. And believe you me, I will not hear this inside the caravan at all. The great thing is with the Honda generator is it also has two modes. We have an economy mode if we're just running smaller items like fridges and lights, or if we wanted to run our air conditioner, we simply turn the economy mode off, and believe you me, with the door shut and the nice cold breeze blowing on you from the air conditioning, you won't even hear the generator. Fridges, man's best friend. Got to keep the beer cold. We fit two types of fridges here at Sunland. Our first one we'll go through is a compressor fridge. Naturally, a compressor fridge only operates off 12 volt, so we do have to have that constant power supply, which we normally run off solar panels or even a generator. The first thing you'll notice with a compressor fridge is the door handles are a little bit different. These actually slide down to open, and the benefit of this is because they're self-locking fridge doors, so when the door's shut, it is actually locked. The first thing you notice when you open a compressor fridge is we've got a light inside, which makes it very handy at night. The second thing is the operation side of it. Very simple. We've got a thermostat down the back. We simply turn on. Can't get much easier than that, can we? The first thing we have to do before operating any gas appliance is to turn on our gas bottle. We have a selector here that will select from which gas bottle we're actually using. I'm going to use the one on this side. Here at Sunland Caravans, we fit a 4-burner cooker with a separate grill. However, I'm going to show you one with an oven, which is an option that we do fit quite regularly. We recommend a separate oven from the grill, just from simply cleaning purposes. Now, the operation of our cooktop is quite simple. We obviously open the lid to begin with, and we also have an automatic ignition, which makes life a lot easier. And just like any gas appliance, make sure you press the button for 5 or 6 seconds to make sure it is lit. The beaut thing is with this cooktop, if the flame goes out, it'll actually cut gas off to the whole unit. And if that happens, you have to turn everything off and reset the whole thing again. But that's a great safety device. And the most important thing, just make sure the burners have had time to cool down before closing the lid. And also a little reminder, make sure you turn it off before you do travel.
G'day, I'm Mel from Sunland. Today I'm going to show you the operation of the 3-way Dometic refrigerator. A 3-way fridge runs on 240 volt, gas and 12 volt. To operate the fridge on 240 volt, first we need to select AC with the fuel selector. Then set the thermostat to the temperature required. To operate the fridge on 12 volt, we need to select DC. Then set the desired temperature. To operate the fridge on gas, first we need to select the flame symbol. Then we need to set the thermostat temperature to 4. Then we need to hold button C to start the gas supply. Then we use button D to ignite the fridge on gas. Hold button C until the needle is in the green section. Then we can release the button. If the needle stays up there, the fridge has stayed on. If it goes back down, it hasn't stayed alight. We need to restart the process. If all else fails, the instructions are located in the bottom of the fridge. This is a Thetford cassette toilet. The cassette toilet is a portable chemical toilet. The cassette toilet uses special chemicals to break down the waste. Firstly, we undo the filler cap. On the filler cap, we have measurements for your chemicals. Add chemicals as per manufacturer's specifications, then pour into toilet and screw up the lid. This process must be carried out each time you have emptied the cassette. Replace the cassette. Now you're ready to go. To use the toilet, we need to push this lever to open the cassette. The toilet is now ready to be used. Once you've finished with the toilet, we push this blue button to flush the toilet. Then we pull the lever back to close the cassette to prevent odours. Once the cassette is full, this blue light will come on. To empty the cassette toilet, you need to swing this around, undo the filler cap, lift the toilet up and press this button, empty into a dump point. Now, here's a tip. If you use nappy sand as a chemical, you don't need to use a dump point. Just use an ordinary toilet. This is a Dometic low profile air conditioner that will keep you cool while you're on the road. We have 3 fan speeds for fan, heating and cooling. This is this thermostat control for heating and cooling. Simply adjust to the desired temperature.
Before you go on any trip, one of the most important things you've got to do is make sure your tyres are in good nick. There's a few simple things to look at. Pressures. Make sure the pressures are the correct pressure according to the tyre manufacturer's specifications. Wheel nuts. Now, a lot of people forget wheel nuts, but you've got to check your wheel nuts, tighten them up before you go and after you get back on the trip. The little buggers have a habit of working themselves loose. And finally, check your tyres for tread. Make sure they're in good condition. Now, there's a couple of good things you ought to take with you. A standard pressure gauge, just so you can make sure the tyre pressures are correct. And one of these little beauties, a 12-volt compressor. They will get you out of all sorts of trouble. You can plug them into the van, straight to the battery or into a cigarette lighter. You can get various plugs for it, but always put one of these on board because they can get you out of strife. The main thing is make sure you check these tyres because everything's riding on them. Before you pack up and leave your campsite, there's a few things you need to check on your van. We're going to check Glen and Leith's long reach and see how they pack up. First of all, make sure all your windows are closed, your doors are locked. Your corner steadies, pick them up. They're no good when you're dragging them on the ground. Make sure your awning's locked in tight. Up top, TV antennas, hatches, make sure they're all locked down and ready for road travel. You also need to make sure your gas is turned off and give your tyres a once over before you hitch up. Power leads. Make sure all your power leads are unplugged and rolled up and stored away. A lot of caravans have gone away with these things still plugged in, I can tell you. Also all your water hoses, make sure they're all tidied up, stored away. Now once you've got everything locked away, do a walk around again. Just in case you miss something, before you hitch everything up, just do that little walk around just in case. The other thing that Glen and Leith have to do is pack up Bundy.
Bundy.
Before you hit the road, you actually need to hitch up your caravan. Firstly, you need to hitch the coupling to the tow ball. Then you need to wind the jockey wheel up to take the weight off the weight distribution hitch. You can put your first bar on. Come around the other side, remove the jockey wheel and put your other bar on. We need to put the chains on. It is recommended that you cross the chains over, just in case the coupling ever comes off the tow ball. Then we need to release the handbrake. Then we need to plug our electrical connections in. However, firstly I recommend that you spray them with WD spray or CRC, especially in dusty areas. Plug them in and we're good to go.
Once ready for the road, our route took us up the Dagular Highway through Kilcoy and Blackbutt to Yarraman, and then from